Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about a character that only appeared in the Jurassic Park novels. This character is actually one of the first people that we get introduced to in the story, and it's somebody that helped kick off the investigation on the mysterious animals that were showing up on the mainland. That character's name is Martin Guttierez, a Costa Rican biologist that actually finds a carcass of a Procompsognathus on the mainland beach. Now, if you haven't read the novels, odds are you have absolutely no idea who this guy is. But don't worry, I'll fill you in on all you need to know. Basically, Martin is the one that's responsible for showing the audience that something weird is going on in Costa Rica, as well as the guy that actually fills us in on the Isla Nublar survivors' detainment following the island's fiery destruction. Guttierez was someone who seems to have had some pretty significant ties to the government as well, seeing as he's the guy that actually tells us that Lex and Tim are probably the only ones that will be allowed to leave the country anytime soon. Following the events of the first story, he's clearly been made fully aware of the escaped velociraptors and compies that were confirmed to have already migrated to the mainland. And even more dinosaurs are alluded to having escaped later when he goes with paleontologist Richard Levine to examine the Ornitholestes carcass that gets washed up in the Lost World. Dr. Guttierez was originally of the opinion that these strange carcasses that they'd been finding in Costa Rica were simply basilisk lizards. But once the famous biting of the baby started, and Tina Bowman gave her description of a long-necked lizard with only 3 toes, he was of the mind that it was possibly a new species looking for a suitable home. Without Martin's investigation of the attack site and his finding of the compy's mangled carcass, it's very likely that the initial Jurassic Park story, the original one in the first book, would have been far more condensed and much less compelling. Of course, his deletion is exactly what happened in the film adaptation of the source material, and in all honesty, Guttierez has never really been represented or even referenced in the film universe whatsoever. Keep in mind that he's probably the most important character that ties the mainland plot back to the genetic engineering stuff that took place on the islands. Now, even though the films have kind of missed a pretty big opportunity to include him in the first movie, I still think it would be a pretty cool idea to include him in Jurassic World 3. With the next film taking place entirely on the mainland, it would be great for novel fans that have invested a lot of time in reading through Michael Crichton's books to get some sort of acknowledgement or even full realization of this important character for the franchise's legacy. If they don't do it, I don't think casual audience members or movie fans will really mind. But if they did commit to bringing him into canon, I think it would bring nothing but good to the story. Consider this. If Martin Guttierez wasn't in Crichton's Jurassic Park book, what would the mainland plot be like in that story? And who would give the bad news to Alan Grant in that awesome ending in the book? In my opinion, he's vital to all of this. But hey, that's just how I personally feel. What do all of you guys think about Martin Guttierez? Should they have brought him in earlier? Or was he a casualty from the novel that made sense for the story? Now, whatever your own thoughts happen to be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Guys, it seriously means the world to me that you all even continue to watch these videos, and I want to thank each and every one of you for all of your continued support. Now, I'd like to thank all of you for watching this video and hope you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you on the next one, guys, and as always, take it easy.